What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is Mr. Baker, the music maker, coming at you with another Hot Chrome Music Lab tutorial. That's what I'm talking about. This one's called Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. This one's been requested a whole lot of times, and for good reason. It's been on the top of the chart since, like last year? If I'm not mistaken, it came out like summer of 2024. It's 2025 now, still top of the charts. Let's hear this bad boy from the top. Then it repeats right there. Pretty cool. I wanted to finish out the chorus, but the way it worked with Chrome Music Lab didn't really sound really good, so I put the repeat right there. Whatever, who cares? Let's hit it from the top and restart. We got a blank canvas. We got to change the settings first and foremost. Go to the settings down at the bottom. Length, 4 bars? Nope, 12 bars. 3 groups of 4 for a total of 12 bars. We're going to go down here to split beats into 3 because we're going to split beats into groups of 3 for a compound meter kind of feel. I don't want to have to explain all that. It's really not important. You just got to follow it here. But yeah, it's called compound meter. So we're splitting our beats into 3. Starting on middle C. Nope, we're going to start on middle A sharp / B flat, which is the second from the bottom right there, which is that little hashtag sign for you, your newer generation there. But B flat right there. That's the key we're in. We're going to change it from 2 octaves to 3 octaves. So those are the 4 things we change in the settings. Length, 12 bars, split beats into 3. Middle A sharp / B flat. Range 3 octaves. Click the blue check mark. Now our grid is changed. It's now divided in groups of 3. Subdivisions of 1, 2, 3. Then a blue line there. And sections of white, gray, white, gray. We're going to put in a drum pattern a little bit. First thing we want to change first is tempo. 120, nope, 140. This one's cooking. It's a little quicker. A little brisk. Not super fast, but has a nice rolling motion to it. We'll put that tempo at 140. I want to change the sound from marimba to synth. You can change it with whatever you want at the end. I like it with synth. I think it sounds the coolest and most like the record with that. So we're going to do that. Now we're ready to put in some drums. Drums are on these circle parts right here. This is a bass drum and the snare drum right there. This pattern goes circle, skip, circle, skip, circle, skip, triangle. Repeat that in this gray bar. Yes, there it is. That's the drum part for the first 2 bars. It repeats once. Then we're going to do pattern B. Let's treat this as like a pattern B. This is the second pattern we're going to use. And we're going to, so this is a combination of patterns and different groupings, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So we have this, and then we're going to skip 3, then put a circle, then a triangle in the same place we did there, beginning of that beat, and then put another circle right there. And then you're going to repeat that right there, just like we did before. Does each pattern twice. Let's hear it. Boom. There's the first 4 bars of the drum beat. Then bars 5 through 8 are going to be the same thing. This pattern for 2 bars and this pattern. Pattern A and pattern B. So pattern A was looking like this. Nope. Kidding. It was looking like this. Gonna skip one in between. Do 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 bop. Do 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 bop. And then to a pattern B. Boom, boom, bop. Boom, 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 bop. Boom. That's pattern B right there. So those first 8 bars are the same 2-bar patterns repeated over and over. But then the last 8 bars, it switches it up. Last 8 bars only uses pattern B over and over. So we're just going to repeat pattern B for the whole rest of the song. And while I'm taking a million years to put that in, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button, or what all the YouTubers say, right? Come on, you guys know what to do. Thank you for all your support. It means the world to me. Okay, that should look good. I just repeated pattern B for the next whatever. Let's listen to check. Then B, repeated. And then it repeats at the beginning. Boom, that is the drum pattern. Make sure you got that right. So it's A, B, B, A, B, 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 all the way rest. Okay, yep, you know what to do. Make that work for you. Now we're going to put in some notes, okay? Let's get right to it. We're going to start with these fifths on E. This E right here, boom. Scroll to the bottom, yep. There you go. The fourth one for the bottom is this kind of orangish color. And we're going to put in line with that, this purple. That's right in line with this circle. Then we're going to do the same thing right in line with the next circle. Excuse me. Allergies are killing me. And keep doing that. Boom. Boom. Then we're going to do this series of notes for these circles and triangle right here. Okay. Very cool. Let's put in the bass line and continue that. It has the repeated fifths, which is you do a color, then skip 3, and then the color above that, which kind of stacks the notes, make a powerful sound. Very cool. Think Star Wars, think like epic movie stuff. Then we're just going to keep triplets going, which I see this as 2 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here for these bars. Keep that moving, and then the next bars move everything down 1. So that's going to be those bars. Let's hear it. Very cool. Then we repeat that 4-bar phrase. Yep, that's right. We're back to this note here. Bum, 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 bum. And then we went down to the lowest note. Oops, the lowest note right here. Stacking fifths, baby. Get it sounding thick and juicy in the bass line. That's what makes people want to stomp their foot. And then we have this open fifths right here. G and D. And then we go down to F. Zigzagging it, yeah. Takes a while, but yeah, we're repeating that phrase. Let's hear it. All right, very cool. Now we repeated that phrase. We're going to just jam out on some triplets in the same progression, which I'll do it this way, probably faster. We're going to do that same color we had at the very beginning and repeat that as straight triplets. And then we're going to come down to here to make straight triplets, just like we did before. This is like the next phrase. So we repeated that first phrase once. Now we're on to that next phrase, which then goes back to G after that. All triplets, baby. And then we'll show you how to wrap it up. Then we're going to put in the melody, which is the part that Benson Boone sings. Now we're down to that F right here on the last bar. Yes. And then we're going to skip 5, then put one more F right there with a C right there. I'll show you what we're going to do with that later. We're just stacking some chords for now. That should be the whole entire bass line chord structure. Let's hear it. Very cool. Now we're ready to put in the higher parts and kind of fill in spaces where we want more texture here. So on top of this last chord in the very beginning, we're going to stack these notes. This same one up higher, the G above that, and then this orangish note, this orangish one right here. Let's hear it. Very cool. Now on this triangle right here, we're going to stack this chord. Skip one in between, so we got that purple, got that kind of darker orange, and that green, and then we have the higher. And this is when he sings the words right there. There's the stabs on top of the first 3 chords. And then I want you, I need you, oh God. Yep, pretty cool. That goes like this. Yep, very cool. That's the I want you, I need you, oh God part. So on bars 3 and 4, we have this purple in line with this last chord. And then we have this pattern that repeats. First 2 beats are the same as the next 2 beats. And then we land on this G right here. And then it repeats that same thing. So just as it did before, it pretty much repeats that, like I said, identically. So we'll just go little by little to make sure we don't leave anything out. Thanks for sticking with me. We got that chord in the beginning, and then we copied this one from the beginning as well, which I think was the A's. Yeah. That chord there, and then boom. And then these beautiful things that I've got, right? Please sing. And then these same pattern. I had to remember it real quick. Boom. It changes right here. And then I'll show you how to put in the end. Let's make sure everything's good in the spacing. Like I said, bars 1 through 4 are identical to 5 through 8. So take your time to make sure it's all spaced out and correct. Let's hear it. And then we know what comes next. It goes higher, right? I'll show you what that looks like. So we have that G that we landed on in line with that part here. This is that B phrase we told you about. It's pretty simple. It's not that different, and it's a lot less notes. So in line with these purples right here and the chords below it, we're going to put these notes at the beginning of that bar. So we're in the last 4 bars here. That's just to wrap it up. Remember, it's 8. Basically, it's 8 plus 4 in the phrase. Dun, 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 ding. Then we're going to snap some notes right here, which is kind of a thirds thing, which makes it just sound prettier and more full. Yeah, that's that. And then here on this chord. And then these are the last 2 chords. We'll get to that. So this is the Sorry, I can't sing like Benson Boone. He sings really high. Maybe if I try, but yeah, it'd be a little loud. I might drive the neighbors crazy. So then we have 1 more chord at the end to turn around. 2 more chords actually aligned. So we got this orange right here in line with this chord. We're gonna put this one in line with that. Then that same one right here, and then we're gonna put a purple, and that should round it off. But I want to change the drum pattern in the last part. Take this off and put that right there. That's like a turnaround to get us back to the top. Let's hear it. That should be the entirety of the song. Very cool. Like I said, I wanted to finish off the phrase, but it wouldn't have like looped back and repeated well. It was super awkward and goofy, so I left it at that. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Appreciate this request. Take your time to go over the steps. I know this one was a little lengthy, and I tried to wear my Benson Boone shades because it's really cool to see a super talented young individual like him be in the spotlight. He's got it all. He's got the singing, dancing, the acrobatics, and all the gymnastics stuff. It's crazy. He's super talented singer, entertainer. He's awesome, and thank you for this request. Keep those requests coming. Keep on making music, and don't forget to like and subscribe. You know the drill. I appreciate all the support. We'll see you on the next one. Peace and love. Later.